all of the bad decisions I've ever made in business have turned out to be really good financially. I kind of blindly go into things in a way. You can do as much due diligence in the world, but nothing's guaranteed on an investment. It's all at risk.
Yeah.
So you have to have a hunch, you got to like the product, right? And so if I don't have that feeling, no matter how good the technology is or how well I know the person, I'm just not going to invest.
How do you get that feeling? Because I could tell you, when I joined our previous brokerage, I said, this is a no-brainer. And it's like, okay, I got to make the move. When I joined where we are now, same thing happened. Now, I had a lot more to lose because going from that company to this company, because it was a lot more to lose. But I said, I know what the trajectory of this is going to be. I could see it, and I made that move. And it has been life-changing to make that move. So how do you go, okay, this is worth moving on, and this is not worth moving on? When do you put the rudder down and maybe drag your feet a little bit instead of making that call?
I equate it to similar thing in life. So you and Eileen, your first marriages?
Yeah, well, hopefully only marriages.
Oh, okay, but
yes.
So I was married early in my 20s. Mm-hmm. And after like 2 years, my ex-wife's like, hey, I want a divorce. Couldn't have children, so there was a huge weight on our shoulders, and we were young, and that was a big thing to her. Like, well, if I'm not going to have kids, then I don't want to be married, right?
Yeah, oh, that's tough.
And once I processed that and went through that, like all of a sudden, like all this clarity and all this weight, like somebody just flushing all the anger and the pain away, right? It allows you to see that, you know, she was right? This wasn't a good marriage. It wasn't a bad marriage, but it wasn't a good marriage. And in business, if you have partners or people that you work with, there are not great working relationships. Mm-hmm. You aren't on the same page. You don't have the same vision. You don't have the same plans on where we want to be in 5 or 10 years. If you can even see that far out, let's take 2 years.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to, again, bet on yourself and go, you know what? I'm putting a lot of effort in, and all it's causing me is stress. I'm not healthy. I don't feel good. I'm in physical pain. I have a story on that. So you just kind of know, right? So I've had back pain my entire life, chronic back pain. I had back surgery back in 2022. And I've been recovering from that degenerative discs my entire life. And I realized part of my pain was me grinding in business for the last 40 years, where I never really took time to mentally or physically enjoy life, right? And when I retired last year, so to speak, I'd go to the gym and like all my joints and everything, like why do I have all this pain, right? Yeah. And it was stress. Stress from trying to provide for my family, stress of what decisions do I make in business, stress of why do I have all these people working underneath me that cause me so much stress? Why do I have these partners that cause me so much stress? And, you know, you're grinding, you're just trying to get another leg up. But once I left the business last year and come June of this year, like I woke up, I'm like, I'm not in any pain. Like I'm not doing anything differently. Well, I am. I started drinking this stuff.
Yeah. Well, this stuff will help reduce pain too. Inflammation, right?
Inflammation, right? I had no headache in the morning.
Yeah.
But when I woke up and I had no stress, I had no pain, I had this clarity of, oh, now I can like bring value to things because I'm good now. Like I wake up every day, I'm like, oh, I'm not in any pain. Like some days are painful. That's just part of getting old and whatnot. So you kind of know in business, whether you figure it out or your wife tells you, like Kimberly and I have been together 22 years, married 20 years. Our daughter Alexandra just turned 20 yesterday. So don't try to do the math on that, but that was in the same year. That stress, you figure out like, how do I get out of this and find a better thing? And well, what's going to be the worst case? You're just going to fall back into the same kind of stress, right? But hopefully you're going to do it better the second time and be in a better position. And you have to gamble on yourself and bet on yourself. And if you don't, then you're middle management and, you know, you're eating junk food at your desk all day long.
Well, yeah, the food part, that's, it's interesting is after COVID, or during COVID, I gained a really bad problem of just drinking constantly, right?
Alcohol or just beverages?
Alcohol,
Soda.
yeah. So
So did everybody, by the way.
everybody, right? And so that was the thing, is like, I'm at home, what better thing to do than eat Tex-Mex and drink margaritas, right? And so I was thinking about this today.
In Arizona, they delivered them to you.
Well, so the coolest thing that happened out of that was that you could buy alcohol and then transport it home. And that was also a very bad thing for me, because then I was just picking up alcohol and bringing it straight home. But yeah, I mean, it took until I think last year where I finally was like, I'm tired of feeling gross. I'm tired of feeling not all the energy that I want, and when I'm just lethargic all the time. And I changed all my eating habits. I went gluten-free for the most part, like just by choice. Sugar-free for the most part by choice. Alcohol, I actually stopped drinking for like 120 something days. And now I don't drink as much as I used to, but I had to make some changes in my life to figure out like what was going to make me happy. And then earlier this year, I finally was like, okay, I've changed the eating habits. I've changed the diet. I've lost a ton of weight. I feel much better, but I don't feel better. What is it that I have to change? And that's where I stepped out of production since July. So I look at like what you went through and having that constant stress as a business owner, and then taking a few months and going, oh, I don't have this stress. And literally, like, it's funny, you're saying you woke up and you're like, oh, I don't have all this. Like last week, I'm like, oh, I don't have to stress about it, because like in my mind, I'm still like,
Takes a while to get it out.
Yeah.
The PTSD.
The PTSD from everything. I'm like, I'm seeing all my friends like sell all these homes and do all this work. I'm like, oh, I got to be doing that. It's just the process of having to, being an entrepreneur and being like you eat what you kill. I gotta go kill. And I'm at that point, luckily, I don't have to go kill as much, but this put me in this weird situation where I'm like, oh, like I need to go create.